Beneath Florida's endless sunshine, some of its most iconic theme parks are quietly fading away. Once bursting with joy and laughter, these parks now echo with memories more than crowds. Visitors once stood in lines for hours, but now some rides wait for people who never come. Industry experts call it the silent slide, as former giants struggle to stay in the game. Florida boasts over 50 parks, but not all have survived the brutal evolution of entertainment. At Dinosaur World, once a family favorite, plastic reptiles now gather more dust than selfies. Ghost towns of the Wild West, once immersive and thrilling, now feel eerily too realistic. Even water parks like Adventure Island report declining guests, despite summer's relentless heat. Shifting tastes and rising prices are squeezing mid-tier parks into a corner they can't escape. Social media fuels discovery, but it's also ruthless in labeling attractions as outdated or meh. At Pirates Dinner Adventure, the sword fights still fly, but the seats grow emptier by the year. Themed parks that once dazzled with spectacle are losing out to high-tech interactive experiences. Families now demand immersion, storytelling, and apps, not just costume staff and choreographed shows. Weeki-Wachi's legendary mermaids still swim, but fewer eyes now watch them from shore. The economic weight of maintaining fantasy has turned many magical gates into financial burdens. Even once thriving spots like Old Town are feeling the pinch of digital-era expectations. Tourists now compare virtual thrills to real ones, and some real parks just can't compete. In Kissimmee, Fun Spot's classic rides face fierce competition from newer, flashier arrivals. The COVID-era tourism crash sped up what experts call a decade-long unraveling of nostalgia parks. Not even famous names guarantee crowds. Some licensed attractions fail despite massive branding. Gatorland still fascinates, but animal rights pressure and shifting perceptions have dulled its former spark. Park owners admit today's visitor wants more than rides. They want reason, relevance, and wow. Technological giants like Universal and Disney now offer hyper-personalized thrills that small parks can't match. At Jungle Island, real wildlife shares space with shrinking marketing budgets and reduced hours. Some attractions are simply out of time, caught between retro charm and modern disinterest. Forgotten relics like splendid china decayed in silence, proof that even the grandest visions can collapse. Rising ticket prices haven't helped either, with families choosing one mega park over several small ones. Reviews tell the tale. Guests increasingly complain about wear, lines, and lack of modern flair. Yet not all hope is lost. Some fading parks are rebranding, innovating, and fighting to rise again. Magic, after all, can be rediscovered, especially when tied to memory, emotion, and transformation. Some parks are adding augmented reality, scavenger hunts, and eco-focused tours to recapture curiosity. Owners now ask, can we offer purpose, not just thrills, a bold pivot towards sustainability? Nostalgia is powerful, but alone, it won't save attractions from the hunger for newness. Animal-themed parks face additional pressure, balancing conservation education with crowd-pleasing spectacle. Eco-conscious travelers seek more than amusement. They want meaning, stories, and ethical impact. In this shift, even the smallest park has a chance if it listens, adapts, and evolves. Local communities are stepping in, helping protect beloved parks through funding and awareness campaigns. Because for many Floridians, these parks are more than businesses. They're childhoods, legacies, and landmarks. When a carousel stops spinning, it marks more than lost revenue. It signals fading tradition. Still, among the rust and silence, there's room for rebirth if creativity leads the way. These 20 parks aren't just stories of decline, they're chapters in an ever-changing cultural landscape. Some may vanish entirely, remembered only in postcards, photographs, and fading ticket stubs. Others may surprise us, rising from irrelevance to redefine what a theme park can be. Because in Florida, nothing stays still for long. not even the ghosts of forgotten fantasy. And maybe, just maybe, the next great attraction is being imagined in the ruins of the old.